I've just finished the voiceover for John Hayes' Deaf View clip. I feel it was very difficult. I really struggled with some of the concepts generally, sort of getting the tenses correct. So when he was talking about 2 months ago, he wrote an article. Is that also 2 months ago that the Queen was giving out Maundy money? Is that also the same time that he was writing his second article about sort of the history of deaf clubs in the West Midlands? All of that obviously needs to come across in the correct way, which I'm not 100% sure I achieved. I mean, having watched the clip 3 times before I signed it and then once after, I'm still not 100% sure of about 90% of the clip. But I feel there were some examples of, I made some good lexical choices. There was one lexical choice that at the beginning I wasn't sure whether to reword, and then I thought John Hayes actually given me a perfect way to phrase this, so why on earth would I reword it, which is the example when he says he won't break a sweat. It would have been very easy for me to just say, it's not that much hard work, but I feel because he signed won't sweat, it's almost, that was a perfect example of what I needed to say. Going into the role of the interpreter, I suppose, in terms of what Llewellyn Jones and Lee say, the ascribed status, well, the differences could not be more different. John Hay is, especially in this clip, I'd age him at around sort of 50 to 60. He's a male. He's got massive. He's got a massive reputation within the deaf community. He worked at BID. He's just a very big name. And then there's me, who's a 21-year-old female interpreting student who's been signing for the last 3 years. We could not get more further apart. Whereas the achieved status, I personally wouldn't say that I managed to achieve a fair representation of John Hay in that clip. One thing I would say that I did achieve is perhaps I matched the register. I think in this text it would have been inappropriate for me to be laughing and cracking jokes. However, John Hay does not come across as the sort of man that's very stern, very formal, who's rehearsed this to perfection and wouldn't want me to voice it over in sort of the register that I did. So I feel that in terms of the achieved status, I didn't achieve it, I suppose, but I feel I'm sort of going along the right lines.